Hello and welcome to my Minecraft world. I've decided I want to do a little tour, so that's what we're gonna do. This is my little starter area. So the actual spawn point is over on that island, which is actually, I believe, a savanna biome. But it's covered in different trees right now because I've been collecting a lot of wood. This is my little starter house, the first house that I built in this world. It's got my little dog, Beanie. It's got a basement that just has, typical... This room's a little weird. I think this was gonna be my storage room at some point before I decided to move over into the mountain. There's this big pool of water I dug all the way around, and then top of a mine that I think leads into a cave I maybe haven't explored. I don't really remember. Don't spend a lot of time in this area anymore. I guess we'll start over here. There's this little dock that I built. This is a relatively recent addition, as is the Happy Ghast. I had to reset the whole nether for it. Also another recent addition, I've got a single villager, and I won't wake him up, but he sells mending. Which is something I've never pursued in Minecraft before, because I'm not usually a very min-maxy kind of player. I'm just going to sleep real quick. Because I don't think I'm in peaceful right now. I usually am, but I don't think so. Yeah, I'm in easy at the moment. I switch difficulty a lot on this world, because depending on what I'm doing, I don't necessarily want to have mobs attacking me. So if we head over this way, past my farm, past my animals, we've got this area, which I believe started in that middle hole, but has now extended so there's an entrance at the ground level, which is good. It's very bare bones. There's this very cursed, messed up spiral staircase that I never use. And then some bubble elevators. I mostly just use this one, which gets me all the way to the top to the storage room, where I've got a couple copper golems that really are not very effective, because this was not designed with copper golems in mind. I've never put anything in these shelves, I just made them to check what the crafting recipe was. There's not all that much to see, other than obviously a lot of storage. And then through here, there's a bit of a ravine, I guess. It's not quite ravine-shaped. Doesn't go all the way to the top, but it's close. I don't go to the top of the mountain very often, but at some point I want to fix what this looks like in here. And then, of course, nether portal over here so I don't have to hear it all the time. And there's a bit of a hole behind the nether portal as well, but I don't remember why I dug it. Then if we go downstairs, which is where I usually go next if I go up to the top, because I store stuff in weird locations. We've got my little enchanting setup, and this chest full of miscellaneous stuff. A lot more miscellaneous stuff, bit of a smelting setup. And then this is the top of my mine. I'm not going to go all the way down to the bottom because it's not all that interesting, but there is a zombie spawner down there that I use to get XP. And also a big hole that I've been slowly excavating right at the bottom, down near the bedrock level. I don't go that very often. You can see the start of a tower that I've never finished building, and I will build at some point. I've also got free cam on now to make building easier, so I can just look at that a bit better. The intent is kind of a hobbit hole kind of vibe, but I don't really super know how I feel about it yet. This is a pretty good view. Anyway, back down. I try not to use free cam too much, but I've been using it a lot as I've been working on the bridges that we'll be going over soon. So I'm going to grab my horse, because the other area I spend a lot of time is quite far away. So we're going to head over this way. I've been slowly terraforming this beach area. This is meant to be a bit of a playground, but I've only built a bit of a toy car so far, which you can go inside. There's not anything to do in there, but you can get inside of it. Then we've started building some bridges all the way over to the main village I'd like to spend time in. But before we go all the way across, this is the island you spawn on. That's the mine that I had on my first night, right there. And I've just been slowly flattening this entire island. Not for any particular purpose as of yet, but it's been a lot of time dug into it. Not to make a play on words at all. I've just spent so much time mindlessly flattening, because what else is there really to do? I think this might be spawn. Does it say? Oh, there's nothing written on that sign, but I assume that this is where world spawn is. And we've got some... I just realized I must have regenerated some of the very edge chunks of this island, because that was not here before. It used to all be those cows. Because I've regenerated some of the chunks in this world a couple times. Well, not a couple times. I went into the program a couple times, but I only regenerated any given section once. So I kind of wonder if this shipwreck has been explored yet, since I've regenerated it. Because I've been trying not to regenerate areas I've actually done anything in, but with updates and stuff, this world was made before leaf litter, and before the animals had different biome variants, so I did regenerate a bunch of areas a couple days ago, actually. I was going to say weeks, but it's only been a couple days. And I'll probably do it again for all this ocean stuff in a bit, once we've got the Nautilus, which I'm very excited for, by the way. So this is where we hit the bridges that I haven't finished yet. I'm actually not fully sold on the shape of those ones either, but this is just the initial scaffolding, which honestly I've made it a bit of a hazard for myself. Should probably fix these ones as well soon, but it's not too bad because a horse's hitbox is a bit forgiving, but occasionally there's some lag spikes that make it quite difficult to negotiate. So these areas I've mostly just passed through while exploring. I haven't spent a huge amount of time, haven't built all that much, other than the start of this bridge, obviously. And as you can see, it's been regenerated with the new update. And then between the bridges, because there's a lot of ocean between where I spend my time and the other place I spend my time, which I have been calling Cave Port, but I recently realized is not actually a port because there's not really water over at the village end. So I'm going to rename that village probably, but for now it's called Cave Port. It's mostly village between the locations, and there's even a... what's it called? Underwater temple? Something like that. Just to... it's not so easy to see. Oh, it's over further along than I thought. There's 2 dirt bridges here, because I didn't like the shape initially. I prefer this one, I think, because it's a bit more direct. But I haven't been through and gotten rid of the whole old one. Haven't been inside of that temple yet, because it scares me too much when I'm not on peaceful. And it feels too much like cheating to do it when I am on peaceful. Is that another one? No, that's just a weird dirt, I think. I really am not a fan of the biome that we're heading towards. I think it's called a savanna. I just don't like... the trees are such a pain to cut down, and the colours are not satisfying to me. But I've been playing with Minecraft a long time, so I have my reluctance to new stuff. Although, now that I'm saying that, I don't think that these biomes are all that new. They just feel new to me. So we're heading all the way over here. It's about a day's journey, switching between horse and boat, and I assume about the same with just my horse. Although I haven't tested that. And we've got the new cows. I didn't regenerate the village when I did the world, but I have regenerated these chunks, obviously, because of the cows. There's a lot of holes I've noticed. Oh, there's even lava there. I don't think I've noticed that before. But we'll make it. I think I've done all of my bridges. Yes. This one's a bit over here. I haven't signposted quite as well as I probably need to. So I'm not even going the most efficient way. And I don't have that specific compass. I think I left my Cave Port compass at Cave Port, which is a little bit stupid. But that's alright. Still heading over this way. Did I not? There's gotta be a bridge somewhere here. Or am I think I just expect myself to go all the way around. I think I went, that's too long for a bridge, just take the path. Because there is land the whole way. I should have taken my compass, but it's too late now. We're committed to this. We're heading around. I really do like this chicken. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the mob variants, but I do quite like the savannah chickens. Okay, there's a bridge over here. Maybe I should have refamiliarized myself a little bit before heading on this tour. But you know what? Can't do things perfectly. Aiming for perfect is how you get nothing done. I really don't understand why there's cats this far out. There's a village over there. Haven't named that one. Don't spend a lot of time there. But it's okay, we're getting close to where we're going. Although I might be going the wrong way again. We'll see. The trees are really annoying with horses. I really hope that they fix how trees and horses work together. Do I have to go around again? I believe I'm going across. That looks like maybe a dirt bridge over there. Yeah, there's torches. Okay. I've really not made this the most efficient way. But we're working on getting pathways between the places that we go regularly. And I'm also planning on getting some more villages soon down at my home, so I don't have to go to the villages as often. Although I like the little travel aspect. I love just a little roam, a little wander. I used to spend a lot of time playing Minecraft just running back and forth. And this is where we're back where I know where I'm going. So we've got some mountains over there that I haven't really explored yet. And obviously quite a big plains biome. Or actually, I'm not 100% sure how big counts as big for plains, but this feels big to me. And there's quite a few holes around here that can be fairly dangerous. I believe I've only died twice in this world, and one of the times was to one of the holes. I'd stayed up through the night to fight mobs, because sometimes I like to have them on when I'm feeling a little extra brave. And right as it hit dawn, I got knocked into a very deep hole that I can show you in a moment. It was quite a stunning view as I fell, but also very scary. And I've been through and lit the whole thing up now. And this is what I called Cave Port, without considering that it's not actually a port at all. I've claimed this little house here, and I've been slowly terraforming all of this area over here. There used to be just like big holes, not much, because the generation on this village is a little bit wacky. I've been working on this bit over here as well, recently. But there's a lot of areas that were just not actually accessible to most of the village on foot. Like there's, you see the iron golems all the way up there? But how do you get up there? Not easily is the answer. I had to dig this bit out so that you could get up to the top bit, which this is the highest level where there are actually any village things. Oh, there's some fences missing. I didn't do that. I wonder if that was Enderman, maybe? Not sure. There used to be animals in here, and that's, I think, where the iron golem has come from. Because I think that was trapped in there as well. I'm just going to sleep in this house, even though it is not my typical house. Just because I don't want to have any issues today. Gonna head back down. Oh, whoops. That could have been worse. Yeah, I haven't built all that much around here quite yet, other than the terraforming, which is kind of hard to show off. But I've claimed this house. It's got my other dog, Toasty, who hasn't been name tagged yet, and some chests with just random stuff. A lot of spruce. Oh, I think that's where that's where my compass for Cave Port is. Nope, that's not how you compass. Yep, my Cave Port compass. That's just going to go back into the correct bundle. And the hole that I fell down and died quite badly in before, it's just next to this dirt pillar. So this top bit was all that there was, and I put a little sign to commemorate it, and I've also blocked it off so it can never happen again. And I don't want to go all the way down to the bottom, but just to take a quick peek, I fell, landed, I think around there, and most of my stuff got burnt in the lava. It's quite an impressive cave. I don't know if this is just normal for the newish world generation, but it's quite a cool cave, and very scary for me. Minecraft truly does feel like a horror game for me, personally. I get so scared for no reason, even though I know that dying isn't really the end of the world. Or at least not the end of this world. So over there, you can see the top of a little building I have in a swamp that I've been also flattening. I realized while I'm talking that I would just love flattening stuff. That I've been flattening that swamp over there to get slimes, which I did before I remembered that leads don't need slime balls anymore, so there wasn't really much purpose in doing that. There's also another little village over this way, which I've started kind of mapping out a path to, but haven't finished, obviously. I ran out of coarse dirt and needed to do some more resource gathering, so it's a pretty sad path at this point. But eventually I want to connect most of the places in this world with decently nice paths. Ideally I want to have some slabs as well, so you don't have to jump even when you're not on a horse. But this village also had some pretty whack generation as well, honestly. Because there's like this weird water here, and that hole also went straight down, and there were a few other holes. That was plugged up with just hay, because it was the only block I had available at the time. Or easily available anyway. And I think that that's just about all of the most vital parts of my world. I've got some farmers here, who I've been using to trade with to get emeralds, to get my mending books. Which I'm still quite low on mending books, but that's alright. I'll get them eventually. Can't see my armor right now. None of it has mending, but my tools do. Most of them. Not the sword or the shovel. Shovel before sword is crazy. I don't know why I did that. Oh, there's a... I don't know if I knew that that other village was there. I'm gonna run over there right now. Might as well. This is a tour for both of us. If I can get across with my horse. Easily. I think it's a get off and... Oh, where's my leash? Did it get left behind? Guess I'll just use this one. Don't run over. I'm just gonna go check out that village real quick. See if there's anything all that interesting. And then that will complete my tour, once I've toured a little bit more myself. Let's get on the horse. I still need to name my horse. I'll take suggestions, if anyone has any. Not that I know who's watching this, or if I would trust their suggestions. But you know what? It's always good to be open to ideas. I don't think I've seen this village before. I think this might be a new one. I don't recognize this, but it's so close. Surely I've been here. Is there... Oh, there's a compass in there. I don't know. It's hard to tell, because sometimes I do just leave stuff in villages. So yeah, I think that with that detour aside, I'm going to consider that world tour complete. Because there is other stuff, but it's not that interesting. Not that I'm claiming any of this has been interesting. But I like sharing stuff, and I think this will be a fun thing to look back on one day, once I've gone through and built a little bit more. And by a little bit more, I mean a lot a bit more. Because man, I have so much to do. Okay. I will see you some other time.